Hi, I'm Omid from Phoenix English. Many English learners have trouble deciding when to use the or no the. So I understand that problem. I know it can be a little bit confusing, but I believe that by the end of this lesson, you're going to find it much easier. Okay? So let's start with a little quiz first to see where you stand regarding that word, the. So let's look at the first example. Should you say, life is beautiful or the life is beautiful? Okay, think about it. Decide. Another one, friendship is precious or the friendship is precious. Which one is right? Think for yourself. We'll do one more and then I'll give you the answers. Happiness is important or the happiness is important. Which one is correct? Do you know? How do you know? How do you decide which one is right? I'll tell you. When we are talking about something which is a general concept or idea, then we do not use the. Okay, for example, let's take the first one. Life is beautiful. Now, life is a general concept, so we do not need the. So this is the correct answer. All right, not this. Life is beautiful. Because life is a general idea, a general concept. Okay, we are not talking about anything specific. If we say the life of wise people is beautiful, that is something specific. Then we would be correct to say the life. Okay, but if we are just talking in general, then no the. Let's look at the next example. Friendship is precious. Again, friendship is a general idea or a general concept. So this is correct. Okay, in this example, this one was wrong. But if I said, for example, the friendship between those two children is precious, then that would be fine. Because now I'm specifying which friendship, right? The friendship between those two children. So then it becomes specific. And then we would use the. But in this example, this is correct. And this is wrong. Because this is a general idea. Okay? Next one. Happiness is important. By now, you know, again, happiness is a general idea, a general concept. So this is correct. In this example, it would be wrong to say the happiness. Because the happiness of what? So if we say the happiness of my family is important, that's fine. That's very good. That would be a perfect sentence. But in this case, we cannot say the happiness is important because we didn't specify which happiness. Okay? So in this case, that's wrong and this is correct. Okay? Now, the same principle applies to these. So if you can figure it out, okay? I want to make money or I want to make the money. Which one do you think is right? Are we speaking in general or are we speaking specifically? Well, we are speaking in general right now. So this is correct. Because we are just talking about money. We didn't say which money. I want to make money, right? General idea. If I said, for example, I want to make the money, I need to pay my rent, that's specific. So then I could say the money. Because I'm explaining after that which money. Okay, but in this example, no. Next one. She wants to lose weight or she wants to lose the weight. Is it general or is it specific? What do you think? It's still general. Good. By now you're getting really smart. She wants to lose weight is a general term, right? We're just talking about weight in general, not any specific weight. But if I say She wants to lose the weight she put on during the holidays. That's specific. And then I need the. Okay? But not in this example. So, last one here. He needs to earn respect. Or do we say he needs to earn the respect? Is it general or is it specific? By now you know. You'll really know. It's general. Very good, okay? Because we didn't talk about any specific respect. We are talking about respect in general. So he needs to earn respect. But if this was being used, it would be something like he needs to earn the respect of his peers. Peers are people your age, okay? Or he needs to earn the respect of his employees, for example, or of his parents. Then it becomes specific. Which respect? The respect of his parents, the respect of his employees. All right? So if it was specific, then we could say the. But when we are just talking in general, we don't need the. Life is beautiful. Friendship is precious. Happiness is important. I want to make money. She wants to lose weight. He needs to earn respect. All of these were general concepts, so we didn't need to say the. Next, you'll have a chance to practice this with a few more examples. So, number one, I'll read it for you. You decide which one it should be. Okay? I want to feel joy I felt on our first date. Or, I want to feel the joy I felt on our first date. Which do you think is right? Joy or the joy? I hope you said this one. Okay, because in this case, it's specific, right? With joy, the joy I felt on our first date, not just joy in general. Okay, so that was correct. I'm sure you got it right. Next one. Cooperation is essential, or the cooperation is essential. Which one do you think is right there? Okay, I hope you said this one. Because in this case, it's general, right? We're just talking about cooperation as a general idea, not a specific. Very good. You're getting better. Okay, next one. Silence is golden, or the silence is golden. In this case, as a general concept, if you were speaking in general, then this is correct. Okay? It could also be in this particular case a little bit tricky. If we are talking about the silence as in the silence around us just now, and if it was specific, then maybe you could say the silence. But if we are speaking in general, and we say silence is golden, okay? Maybe somebody's talking too much. Okay, next. She wants to experience success of becoming a manager, or she wants to experience the success of becoming a manager. Which one? Okay, now I'm sure you said this one, because this is very specific, right? We are not just talking about success in general. We are talking about the specific success of becoming a manager. So the answer was the success. She wants to experience the success of becoming a manager. Good. Next one. Laughter of children is magical. Or the laughter of children is magical. Which one is it? Which one? Is it general or is it specific? Which laughter? Do I specify that? Yes. So the answer is this is wrong because it's the laughter of children. So it's very specific. Okay? So that's how you know. So remember when we are talking about items like that, it's basically if it's a general concept or idea, don't use the. And if it's specific, then you can use the. And that will erase a lot of your current mistakes. Okay? Thank you for watching this video. You can subscribe to my channel because I'll give you lots of other tricks and shortcuts to learn English really fast. Good for you. Bye for now.